Welcome back, Zebba fans and AdultsCraft Network fans. Season 1 has officially ended, and Season 2 has already kicked off to an amazing start. Here are a few unpublished clips from the last few months on Season 1. Enjoy. It appears that we have been pranked. Bamboozled, actually, as a matter of fact. What is all of this bamboo doing growing? And what are these pumpkins? What is going on right here? This is insane. I can't get out. I'm about to break down the pumpkins. And what is that big thing? Okay, we got to get over there to see this. Let's just, I guess let's just knock down some of these pumpkins here. Excuse me. I don't know what the pumpkins are for. It was over Easter that we were moving and spending the time, changing houses and stuff, and I guess somebody came and looks like Happy Easter from JayDeeMinecraft. Okay, so they left us a giant egg. What do you guys say we crack this open and see what's inside? It's a beautiful egg. Look at that egg. It looks so nice. All right, this looks like a good spot here. Hey, well, that's kind of a nice Easter gift. We got a diamond block and a sea lantern. I'm actually more excited about the sea lantern, I think. We just got back from visiting APB, that's the Adults Play Bedrock, and visiting Frankie's awesome amusement park. That was so much fun. Thank you, Frankie, for building that. And so now we're going to actually start some renovations on this base area here. I went ahead and made 2 tracks. This one goes up. It's a little cleaner, except I need to move this button, I think, because for some reason, every time you get in a minecart, you automatically look this way. I'm assuming that's probably, is that east or north? I'm not sure, but when you click this button, obviously it just takes you up here. This is a little bit cleaner looking method of getting down to the lower part of my base and then getting back up to the blacksmithing area here. So that's kind of all that does there. Nothing changed up here necessarily except this button here. Boop, and again, I'll look this way for some reason. So maybe I'll put the button on the left side as I'm clicking in. That way it's pointing there. I don't know how to make that work down here on this particular thing because I have 2 tracks. Now, if I wanted to get down to the mining area, then all I got to do is click this one and it'll send me down to the mining area. And it just comes down here to Y level 11. And what what a creepy lighting glitch. That's pretty frightening. I'm nervous about this. Let's go ahead and make it cinematic feeling. Falling into the void. I think it's just a wall there. Should just be one wall right there. That's crazy looking. Oh man. And I do need to mine these diamonds up. But I was just cleaning all this out and had full inventory last time I came down here. So let's head back up there. Before we do base modifications, we're actually going to take a look at all the previous builds that I've made in this particular season. As is the beginning of any new Minecraft world, I was pretty limited on resources during episode number 1. Actually, episode number 0 is what it was, because it was kind of an introduction to the APM Adults Play Minecraft server. And so we started off looking for location. We found this nice little desert area, and we built up a little makeshift house like this. That was it. It was the full extent of it. It had a little bit of storage area in the back, but no further expansions on the side or anything. Just this little area right here. I have changed the interior a little bit, but not much actually. We added in the AFK fishery back there. That's where the skylight comes down so that you can kind of get those buffs when you're fishing and stuff. And from here, we actually went on to create our first farm. Right over here is the first farm that we actually built on the APM server, and this one, it was actually a rabbit farm, and I haven't used it too much. I mean, a little bit here and there. I did in the beginning, so we had some food, but really, and it's just, I just haven't needed it. We've had lots of resources, but this is what we built pretty much that second episode. Let me see what episode number it actually was. Episode number 1. It was the nether portal and the rabbit farm, and we expanded our storage. That's what we did in the first one, so. Okay, this was our kelp farm design here. Nothing fancy, and I actually never finished decorating it. Surprise, surprise. But I was going to put in some more windows and some colored red sand and stuff over there. But this was fully functioning. This was fantastic. There's actually 1, 2, 3 layers deep. Each side had its own set here, and producing kelp that actually flooded down in here and went downstairs into what at that time was nothing, but it was about to be, what's that water looks so weird, but it was about to be a blacksmithing area. And so it fed all of our fuel source down there, for a time, and then one of the updates actually broke Kelp Farm, so this no longer functions, and I just have not rebuilt it or done anything different with it. I think now it's all zero tick stuff, so it's just, I don't know, I can't do anything with this, and I really don't want to tear it down. So let's go over and see the prank, because I think it's still there, that I did for Master Chicken. And there we are, folks, with the prank that we did for Master Chicken back in the day. Just some scrambled eggs, or fried eggs for that matter. And so that's what the prank was. In the very beginning of the server, we pranked the chicken all the time. And since then, Master Chicken has actually been kidnapped. And so we're actually going to find a way to get him back. So no more pranks right now for Master Chicken. Instead, we have to devise a plan to save him. This was such a fun build. Episode number 3 was actually building this blacksmithing area, and it was so much fun because I really enjoyed this area. At first, it was just a big wall, you know, it was a big part of this mountain, and so we cleared out the mountain. We actually did have ladders coming up here, so in another episode, I modified these into the stairs. But this was it. You know, we've got our auto smelter area here. Quickly smelts items. It's distributed in these chests over here, and as you can see, I have tons of leather that came from the mob farm, which was another episode. But yep, this is where the kelp was coming in, feeding this guy, and it was our fuel source, and it was fantastic until it broke. So now I don't know what to do with that. But yeah, we've got all kinds of nice little areas over here. We have these guys working on some stuff over here, and check that out. Boom. Yes, it's a working iron press. Fantastic. So you can, you know, craft all your swords and use your source over here for fire and your furnace and all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, I was very pleased with this. I think it turned out really good. And so I really enjoyed this particular build. This was a lot of fun. And so now on to episode number 4. We are over at Korgi's base, and she's done a fantastic job with this area. But we actually built a village breeder over here in this area, and so let me show you that real quick. So down here we have our farmer guy. Hello, farmer guy. Oh, I got me some wheat. There's all kinds of wheat floating around. He must be full. Oh boy, that's probably not good. So anyway, he tosses bread down to these guys that actually breed up, and then all... let me get out of here. Get out of there. These trapdoors. They're so rough. Okay, so those guys breed up, and come on now. Come on, go down. Oh my gosh. What's going on here? All right, there you go. You can see these guys. And all the way down here is where we collect the new villagers. They pop down here, fall through here, jump in this minecart, and they actually come over. There's broken stuff in here. I'm not sure what's broken. But they come down here. Looks like maybe Korgi was building some stuff down here. I don't know. This is her base. And I sent them down this direction. Oh, there's some. Hello. And they went through a portal over to different parts of the worlds and the bases and things. And that goes all the way over to my base. And so I ported some over to my base. But yep, that was kind of it. The village breeder over here was part of our episode number 4. Again, it was kind of a fun build. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you can check out that video to see whose design I actually used here. We are down below my base, and as you can see here, this has been changing a lot lately, if you haven't been keeping up with the episodes. But during episode number 5, actually before episode number 5, we went on some excavating down below in the mine area, and we actually stumbled upon a triple spawner. At first, I thought it was just a double spawner until I cleared out more space and realized that if you stand on that blue carpet, all of these guys light up. I don't know if we can see them here anymore, because of how I built this up, but yeah, okay, so that one's lit, and that one over there is lit. All 3 of these guys are lit, so we converted them into a drowned farm, rather, and everything gets dropped in right over here. So these guys come through and they drop in, and we've since changed this trident killer a handful of times based off of Silent Whisper's design. Some of the updates broke the old ones, and so we had to remake it. I've designed it a little bit differently, but the functionality is the same. So all the mobs get dropped in here, use the trident killer, and these chests get filled up with items, as you can see, and really, really good stuff. So this triple mob farm was a fantastic source of experience and gold for a long time, and so we used it quite a bit. We didn't have all this storage set up yet. We didn't have all that set up over there when we first found it, but all that kind of morphed into new episodes. So that was episode number 5, was the triple mob spawner. It looks so beautiful at nighttime. So glad that it was dark when we came up here. So let's take a look at this desert path area over here. Let me slow down. Land on this right here. no damage. All right, so this is the desert path that we designed, and it just was mainly a way for us to have a pretty scenery going out into the desert. That's Korgi's base over there. We got some skellies. Look out, skellies. I'm going to turn that hotbar back on. And then it comes over this direction, and we actually built some tents and things just to kind of make it look nice. But this was it. This was a lovely little thing. I don't do a whole lot of pretty builds, but I feel like this one turned out pretty good. Excuse me. Let's get out of here. I can't fly right. Yep, and then we'll take a closer look. Yep, all over here, and it goes this direction. Now, we actually connected it up to an area that we've been working on a few streams ago, but we have not returned to it in quite some time, so maybe we need to get busy with that. But one thing I did show off on that particular episode are the little well designs. I really was pleased with this well, and again, we used a chicken down there underneath a block so that he's not drowning. You can hear him for quiet. Yeah. No, maybe it's a rabbit, because, yeah, they drive me crazy. Ah, get out of here, guy. Get out of here. You got stuck on the plant. That was weird. Weird. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Okay, so, yep, that was the desert path design. I was very pleased with how that turned out. It just looks so much nicer than the big flat desert. You know, we've got some areas in here where we have places to rest. People can put stuff in the chest if they want to. Very cool, and these coral fans turned out to be fantastic. They just look like perfectly dried desert vegetation. So very good. Really pleased with that. Here we are over at the minigame area for episode 8, which I built this sliding puzzle game, and I really like this. It was such a fun build. I haven't been over here in a long time. So let's just see if we can pop up here and get in here. Oh, nope. Didn't make it. There's a trick involved. There is a trick. You have to get into the game first. There we go. All right, so here we are in the sliding puzzle, and I really enjoyed this build. This was so much fun to work out. So the idea, I think we could just cheat and go here because somebody didn't reset it correctly. But basically, you slide these little blocks around everywhere, and some get pushed, some get pulled. You don't know which one does which, but once you reset it properly, there we go. You actually have to play the game in order to figure out how to get it to get into the center area there. And so let's just go through one real fast here. We'll do this. Let's push you there. Let's move that one there. This one over here. Let's pull that there. I don't know. Maybe this one here. What happens to this one? Nope. No, that didn't work. And boom, I solved it in 3 moves. That's right, 3 moves. That's all it really took. I'm out of here. No one saw that rest of the cutscene there. Okay, so that was it. That was a lot of fun. You know, we built all those around. I had intentions of designing some kind of redstone to reset the circuit when you leave, but it was just going to be super huge to get that done. And so I haven't found a smaller way of getting that done. We also worked on a couple other projects. The secret temple over there that we've never quite finished, and I hope Korgi doesn't mind, but I'm going to show off a little bit of it real quick. We did some of this off camera. I know she made a video on this particular facing area here, and I think we had to change some stuff at first. Yeah, so we did have a nice little swimming area, but they changed the how swimming happens, and so that didn't work out too well. So this is the entrance here, and I actually designed that. I felt pretty good about that. I thought they turned out pretty good. Korgi was working on this parkour area here that you're gonna have to jump up and around. I think I had some invisible blocks. Oh no, wait. They actually popped out now. They show. They're actually string. I thought they were invisible. I couldn't see the string before. So let's climb up here. Korgi was working on that, and I was working on this next area over here, which, yep, you guessed it. So we have to jump around from side to side to try to make it through this area. Oh no. Oh no. I fell. And I don't think we'll get any mobs down here because it's water and there's half slabs underneath it. And so hopefully we won't get any mobs spawning there. Let's see if we can't get in here and do this. And here we have this little guy. So you have to come over the side here like that. And then we can oh no, couldn't make it. All right, so anyway, that was the design for that. I had a couple other ideas for other rooms down in this direction that we haven't finished yet, but yeah, this was really neat. We really need to come back. Maybe this video will inspire me to come back and start working on this again. Here we are back at the base again, and this was episode number 9, Farmer Time. That's right, we built a quad farm basically, and all these guys were farmers, but he is apparently not anymore. And so we had to fix that. There's so many things that have broken over the past few weeks during this season and stuff. So it's been crazy. So yep, these guys were all farmer up here. They tossed the items to the guy in the middle. They get sucked up by a hopper minecart, and it did go in just down to a regular chest. Episode 10 was the windmill and water tower, which is right here. It looks fantastic. I'm really proud of this again. I don't do a lot of pretty builds, but I thought this turned out pretty nice. Looks functional, so we needed some way of showing that, hey, we are watering our crops. We are using resources to pull water, even in the desert. And so we're doing what we can do here. And so this guy pumping water, coming all the way up and pouring it into this giant water tower here. And then that pipe leads down to our crops to keep them nice and fresh and growing. That was so much fun. That was episode number 10, the windmill and the water tower. Now moving on to episode 11. Sticking around in the same area, episode 11 was actually utilizing this space here. I built this big area. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. I thought about maybe doing some kind of arboretum up in this top part, and so you can ignore the bottom part right now, but we decided to go with bee farms since bees were introduced around that same time, and we created a really cool functioning bee farm down here that has since broken again because all of my bees despawned, and all of the beehives that I have collected that have bees in them can no longer be removed from inventory. And so actually, before we go down there, let's just pop down here and I'll show you. I think I've got a ladder here. Yep. Okay, so this area is obviously where the bees come and harvest the flowers and the pollen and all that. The beehives are all on the way here on both sides, and so they go back and forth, and every time they fill their beehives up with the honey, this side clips it for the honeycombs. The honeycombs pop forward, get put into this water canal, and right under the water canal there are rail cars that detect anytime a hive fills up, it will automatically cut it and then send a minecart to collect it. And so the minecarts collect it from this water source here. Same thing happens over here on this side, but with honey bottles instead of honeycombs. And so, yep, this was really neat. I spent a lot of time just hanging out with the bees in here before they despawned for the third and final time, and I've not been able to get more in there since. Again, I don't know if I have any beehives up here, but I can't remove them. I know there's some honeycomb block, and so bottles. Yeah, I don't have much in here. Lots of bottles. So what we did is we automated that system as best as we could with the space available to us right here in this area. Oh. And you can see another tutorial video on this particular system, but these guys are the honey bottles here, all the way down there. And yeah, it seems to work really well. I eventually turned this into item sorting storage system down here with a shulker loader. This is where we're loading up the honeycombs and the honey bottles, as you can see. I think I took it out and tossed it back in here, so it's probably actually in the dispenser down there. So you can't see how many it is, but I did give quite a bit to a fellow server member. Here we've got lots of carrots. This is where our farm that the crop farms are coming into, all down here. So we've got tons of potatoes, beets, and carrots. All of these are filled with carrots, as you can see. And so that was really fun building this as well. Nothing fancy here. Again, that's where the water source is, where the honeycombs fall through. And all back here is just the item storage sorting system like that. And this is my design, so you can use this in the tutorial. Check out the shulker loader and unloader tutorials on my channel as well, and you can see how to build this one yourself. 12 brought us back over to the spawn area where we actually created the CKN chicken news. We had a lot of crazy stuff happening on the Bedrock server. It was just bugs and everything else happening, and so we created a newsroom to where we can showcase some of those things, some turmoils that people have been going through, all kinds of things of that nature. And so, yep, this was it. This was the chicken news. And so we got here. What was his name? Farnsworth. Yeah, Farnsworth. And we've got this is totally trash can. Or I don't know about that. I think somebody else added that in. But yeah, we've got a really nice modern build here. And so in this direction we have a reception area, which Korgi helped decorate. So thank you so much for that. Looks so good. And so this is the reception desk area here. And then we've got the news bullpen area over here. And as you can see, we got all kinds of awesome things happening. Look at this. This is so good. We've got missing Master Chicken. That's the important news right now that we need to get busy helping and finding and all the good stuff. So we got the AdultsCraft area here. This looks so good. So good. And so upstairs area, just a balcony area. Again, this is a really nice modern build. I really love building in this modern style. And over here, oh, it looks like we're still broadcasting. Over here, we actually have our news studio that we have actually posted a newsreel from, which was part of episode 12 as well. A news broadcast, and we plan to do a lot more. We just have not had the opportunity to do that yet, but it is coming. I know. I keep promising you guys, and we will clean this up a little bit more. We're gonna add another area over there for different types of events and different types of feel whenever we're doing the broadcast. But this is the broadcast desk here, fit with your minecart that you can pop into like so you can really get that image of being broadcasting the news. So fantastic stuff. That was all episode number 12. This was super fun to build. Super fun. Really enjoyed this one a lot. Okay, and he's still here. This guy, he's been doing this all season long. It's so crazy. So crazy. Here we are over at Mushroom Island with this massive, and not even finished yet, massive gold farm. Okay, it's not as efficient as it can be, but man, it looks awesome. Look at that thing. It doesn't even load in all the way. There we go. And so this is the last episode I created, episode 13. So be sure and check that out. Again, this was GrimSaviour's idea. I think, I'm trying to remember the person that GTO Heaven was the person that designed this. And so we still have 2 more sides to add on to this. Or is it just 1 more? No, I need to finish this one here. And then we'll put 1 more right here where I'm flying. That will channel everything to the middle there. And so that'll be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 huge towers of pigmen. And yeah, let's check out this. GrimSaviour did a lot of this cleaning up design. I kind of built this area in here. Oh man, they're getting stacked in there. I need to turn this trident killer on. Oh man, look at them just flowing in. All right, let's go downstairs and turn this guy on. So get in there. Here we go. And we're gonna crank this guy on. There we go. And did it not stay on? Try that again. There we go. Now it's staying on. I don't know if it's my trident in there. Oh, it is. Look. Yay, I'm going to get some experience. I need to clean these up anyway. Fill these guys up. So sorry for the loud sounds. I'm going to crank that down a little bit. But yep, it cleans them up pretty good. We get lots of gold down here. I don't know if it's been cleaned out, but we've had tons and tons of gold blocks. Yeah, look at all that. Got stuff smelting over here. All kinds of things. There's a trash can there. We've got gold piled up. We made a lot of this out of gold. It's really neat. So this is a really neat build, really fun project. I did a handful of it on stream here and there. And this thing, I don't know why. Maybe it's the lag from all the portals, but I almost suffocated several times trying to wait for that block swapper to swap blocks. But yep, that's it. And this is the gold farm over here. So kind of multi-purpose. The gold farm has never functioned quite efficiently in particular Bedrock area, as you guys very well know. So that's kind of it, guys. That wraps up all the previous episodes. So glad you're enjoying my videos. Don't forget to drop a like and click that subscribe button. Be sure and check out my other videos and jump on over to Twitch where I stream a variety of content.